Apparently, I'm offensive. So, in the last few days, I've been receiving more and more fuzz about how I'm offensive and that I shouldn't attack people's faith and such. Mostly this has come from a few select Christians. The most notable incident on Facebook a few days ago, I posted a video of the religious antagonists moving Bibles into the fiction section of the library. Check it out, it's hilarious! Which resulted in over 12 hours of complaining from a particular individual. Apparently, my posting and sharing that video was an attack on his spirituality and worthy of that level of chastising and uproar at how offensive I was being. Now, this seems to be an ever-present and growing theme among Christians online. The view that I or other atheists are purposefully targeting and attacking them if we post anything anti-theistic that we might find amusing, and in some cases just by saying that you're an atheist. All of the other groups and religions that I post about don't register to some of these individuals. Apparently, I only mock Christian beliefs. In reality, it only becomes an issue because they make it an issue. Most of the other groups that would be offended by other posts either acknowledge some of the validity in what I say or just don't really care either way. Take, for example, my Passover tweet. Not a single outcry from Jewish friends. Many know that there's a lack of evidence and celebrate for cultural reasons. Fair enough. The same comment, however, is taken as a massive attack against Christianity by few Christians. They act as if I said I fucked their mother on their bed and didn't change the sheets. If anything, I would have expected more of an uproar from the Jews, seeing as their history I'm showing has no historical evidence. But it wasn't. It was from Christians. Why is that? I know some apologists will argue that I would get offended if someone made mockery of my beliefs. Like, say, if someone made an animation of Charles Darwin and Richard Dawkins dancing around a fire wearing tutus and having anal sex with the devil. Quite the contrary. I wouldn't be that up in arms about it. No one, aside from perhaps Dawkins, would get their panties in a twist over that type of mockery. Because we know it isn't personally against us, except for the people in the animation. It's surprising, yet not entirely, that many Christians seem to take personal offense to some light poking at the God concept, as if we were personally mocking them. That's another topic entirely, and I'll probably address it in the future, but Dark Matter 2525 has an excellent video exploring the reasoning behind that. This isn't to say that there aren't things that I find offensive. Oh no, there are a lot of things that I find absolutely repulsive and deplorable. Things worth getting angry about. Things like death threats sent to people like Jessica Alquist and Tammy Kitzmeier for defending their constitutional rights. Things like pedophiles being protected from justice by the Pope. Bibles and religion being targeted to children who aren't even self-aware, taught to hate everything that contradicts the Bible. Infants having their genitals mutilated at birth, and a nation that turns a blind eye to that violation of human rights? People being murdered and restricted in equal rights simply because they're different? These are things that offend me as a human being. These are things that are real issues. If the misuse of a book is more offensive than the violation and attack of other human beings, then I question your morality and your humanity. I'm really not that offensive. But far too many Christians are far too oversensitive to any criticism whatsoever. If I offend you, that's not my problem. You may not like what I have to say, you may think that I'm mocking you, but I refuse to walk on eggshells and censor myself for the most privileged religious group in America. If I offend a lot of people in a lot of groups, you're not that special in that respect, and certainly not to the extent that I would hide my opinions and views to protect your mental bubble. Get over yourself. And if I haven't offended you yet, just wait a little bit, I'll get to you eventually. Thanks.